Hey everybody, this is Tommy McMahan with the Trinity Properties Group at Keller Williams, and I'm here today with Jay Odom of Rockwall Mortgage right here in Rockwall, Texas, and we are partnering together today to bust myth number 9 in the top 10 myths that home buyers have when purchasing a home. And so myth number 9 is simply this, that adjustable rate mortgages are a bad idea. And I thought, who better to bust this myth than a local lender right here in Rockwall, Texas, and Jay Odom. So Jay, tell us, is it really a myth that adjustable rate mortgages are a bad idea?
You know, I think it's a myth that adjustable rate mortgages are always a bad idea. Okay. Sometimes they are. But I think after that financial crisis, that generalized label, never do an ARM, doesn't necessarily make a lot of sense for most people, because the main premise is when you do an adjustable rate mortgage, that interest rate is quite a bit lower, usually about a point.
Okay.
So if you're borrowing $400,000 and you say, okay, I want that to be fixed for the first 5 years, it's a 5-year ARM. So a lot of people will hear about like a 5-1 ARM, and they don't know what that means. 5-1 ARM means it's fixed for 5 years, it can't change. After that, the 1 means it's going to change every year,
okay, based
on the market.
Gotcha.
And they've got caps on those, so you can't go from like a 5% to 9% that first year.
Gotcha.
So there's a gradual increase if the market is up. And that's really the fear is, you'll hear people say, well, once that 5 years is up, your payment's going to double. Not necessarily. And then it also depends what's going to happen, what's your plan after that 5 years is up. So I always like to look at the numbers, a good example. If you're going to borrow $400,000, and you put that on a 5-year ARM where it's fixed at 5%, let's say you're looking at 4.25%. Principal and interest is going to be about $19.70 a month. But if you say, let's do that 5-year fixed period, that 5-year ARM, you're going to have about a point lower at 4.25. So I think I said that wrong, but the fixed rate, 5.25, the ARM, 4.25. So you save a point interest on a pretty large amount of money.
Right.
At the end of that 5-year period, that's where you're going to want to look and say, how much was saved during these whole 5 years that I chose the ARM? And that comes out to right at about $15,000.
Wow.
So, and then the question is, well, what then? What happens? And that's where you look at your individual circumstance. A lot of times people are thinking, well, the number one thing is we'll work with people who know they're going to be making more money, or the mom's decided maybe to stay at home a couple of years and she's going back to work. So why not choose to take that lower payment, save a ton of money on interest, and then in 5 years refinance to a 30-year fixed, take a look at where the market is.
Right.
It may stay the same for a while. So it gives you an option, and many people plan on paying that loan off a lot quicker.
Yeah.
So they know there's no way I'm going to have this loan more than 5 years. I may only live here 4 years. So it's a good option to save a whole lot of money during that time that it's fixed.
Especially on jumbo loans.
That's right. If you're borrowing $1 million, 1% interest for 5 years is a whole lot of money.
Okay.
So,
well, here's the thing. I've always heard, no one cares more about your money than you do. Well, nobody should care more about your money than you do. So at the end of that 5 years, pay attention to the interest rates. If you need to refinance, Jay Odom, Rockwall Mortgage, he can do that for you. And I think that we have totally busted this myth.
I think so.
Because you can really save a lot of money. So this is Tommy McMahan with Trinity Properties Group at Keller Williams in Rockwall, along with Jay Odom at Rockwall Mortgage. Jay, give them your website.
You can go to rockwallmortgage.com, and we've got an online application, or just give us a call. We're right here on the square in Rockwall with Tommy, and 214-202-4226 is my cell number. You can call me anytime, after work, weekends, whatever's good. So give Tommy a call, start looking for that house, and
that's it.
Things rolling.
Hey, my information is just right down here on the bottom. So feel free to call, text, email. We'll be happy to help you any way that we possibly can. We'll see you tomorrow with myth number 10, and it's the final myth that we're going to bust. So thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.